we're just about finished counting down. We are going to have a game for you. Let's jump in. We're taking a look at the blue. We got Jeanne D'Arc being piloted by KJJ here on Dry Arabia. And across the map, we got Muhodo as the Holy Roman Empire in the yellow. Well, since we are in the age of pro scouts, let's take a look at our deer spawns. Starting with the one on the westernmost point. Fairly safe and close for Joan. She's got another one about same distance from her TC, just on the other side, on the southeast there. Another big deer pack. Shouldn't be too much of a struggle to secure. Meanwhile, HRE, we've got gold that is off to the side, pretty far, I'd say, forward, just because of how far away it is from the TC. And a pack of deer right after that. And then the final pack of deer hiding on the edge of the map, right on the east side here. A little trickier to scout, especially when they spawn so close to the map's edge. Sometimes you see games where a deer pack goes unscouted for quite some time, just because they're hidden off in a corner.
Yeah, so Muhodo here trying to micro the pallet to cover as much area as possible. I see two really nice positions for the Arden here on either side of this house. Either getting the berries or getting the stone, and they might change the strategy completely depending on what you do. UTC Holy Roman Empire, people don't do that anymore. It was a big season 3 and 4 strategy. But on the berries could be very interesting. The berries, of course, they are the worst way for you to get food if you're not one of the berry sieves.
Well, it's going to be on the woodline.
Anything I've said, and it goes on the woodline.
Yeah, I mean, that will offer a safer place for the HRE to drop off those deer carcasses. Keep them closer to the TC. Plus, I mean, we've seen a lot of Akans starting to focus a lot more on woodlines. You got the deer carcasses that start to pile up under the Akan. Meanwhile, you've got your lumberjacks taking the trees around the Akan, setting yourself up for some prime real estate for just massive farmland. Once the deer are gone, also at a good spot, you can wall off here, play a little defensively with that Akan, force the French to come in around the front. But of course, we're going to have to see how that all plays out. And School of Cav going up with 2 for KJJ. No surprise there.
One of them being the young lady, of course.
The Maid of Orleans.
Still in her peasant stage. Right for bullshit, they say.
Well, it's going to be a barracks coming out for Muhodo first, so if there is going to be pro scouts, that stable is going to be delayed. You can see those vills, those lumberjacks, bring them back the wood a little quickly. Muhodo scouting it out, though, able to bring them over, start helping out, build the Akan, let that come up. We got the sheep and those woodcutters in Akan range. Barracks has completed. We are going to see hardened spears on the way for the HRE. School of Cavalry just needs a little bit more before that'll finish up, but KJJ is in a position where you can start the research on pro scouts immediately after the landmark completes.
Yeah, build order seems to be very down here for KJJ. See that? Come on, click the button. There we go. There we go.
It's on the way. We do see that little wall on the wood lines for the HRE, just gonna prevent the knights from taking that cheeky little angle. And spears in production, and they are heading over to the deer packs. Nope, heading over to the gold for now, and then likely over to the deer packs a little later once those scouts come out onto the field. But it will be a knight first from the School of Cavalry while we wait for pro scouts to complete.
Yeah, as the book dictates, you really want to get that knight pressure going. Of course, there's already a spear defending here for Muhodo, so he should be in a decent position. And
yeah, 3 spears on that gold.
I'm gonna say this though, even if Muhodo only manages to get like 10 deer, that's still pretty good for him, because usually HRE loses a lot of tempo on going to farms very early. If you can delay those farms by a little bit, like, it's gonna be a big win for you, even if you lose the deer battle.
Yeah.
Of course, there we go.
Just needs enough to make it comfortable. And Knight looking for some damage, but gonna find the spears. Muhodo there with the reaction. Joan coming in the back, supporting that Knight. But they are just gonna chase a scout down. Nothing much else is happening here. Joan trying to put some pressure on those spears. I see the first deer coming down, but a Knight does get stuck. Q comes off, but that is one dead Knight for Joan of Arc.
There's that small victory you're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. Joan able to get some solid Qs out, though. My goodness. But she will have to wait for the next charge. But I feel like she got 2 or 3 good Qs. You can see the damage stacking up on those spears. But Muhodo, his scouts are active. They are starting the carcass train.
Yeah, and for KJJ too, and he's getting the south deer. KJJ has not scouted the last pack. I don't know, I'm not sure about Muhodo. Oh, the tower is not going to get stopped. Nice play there with the spears. That's a lot of spears. You really don't want to give him up to a Q from JD.
Oh yeah, she's got it. And there's the pop, more damage.
Oh, that is a good micro from Muhodo. He's going to kill JD potentially here.
Yeah, JD's got to retreat at this point. She's not doing much. The heal is popped, but that also slows her retreat. And mind you, these are HRE spears. They're a little faster. They get some pep in their step. Knights have to turn around to engage into this. That is absolutely not what you want. KJJ, though, doing the best he can to keep Joan alive. Able to take out one spear, just needs to dip in and out, give those spears another target, but she's down to 5 HP. Knight coming in. Again, spears brace. And that dance is enough for Joan to survive.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
Really well done. Really well done. He's starting to take the deer from the south.
Absolutely wild micro there to keep Joan safe.
Yeah, that was lovely to see. Now, JD starting to mass up some knights. Yeah, going into archers is going to be important.
Yeah, Muhodo's in a position where he can just keep building spears, and it is going to be spear horsemen, I believe. Do you see a stable? We've got those second stable coming up. 5 scouts for the HRE versus 3 for Joan. Knights coming in, supported by Joan, looking for some more damage, but that big stack of spears is right there.
Yeah, big stack of spears and the big stack of that tower. Oh, but the spears are too far away! He's not even going to get it. That just...
Knight's able to engage for a second there on the gold miners. And we see a second tower coming up as well, but the Knight's not going to find any damage there, really.
The Regnants as well.
Yeah. Muhodo still with multiple deer carcasses under the Aachen. He's doing fine for food. KJJ just not able to find the angle of attack here.
He's gonna find it now! Oh, what a pull! That was on time. That was on time.
Muhodo is there. He is not letting Knights get close at all.
That's idle time though for KJJ. So there's that. But Bragness is already going off, and there's already enough gold, I believe. No, still 2 away. One worker might die. He didn't.
The dance continues
All right,
with the Knights
13.
not finding targets.
13 to 15 deer. That's pretty good for both. I think KJJ is gonna be happy he won the deer collection fight. But for
Muhodo's happy to have the Aachen.
Yeah, he's happy to have the Aachen, and I said 10 he should feel happy with. Well, he got 13, so I would 100% take that. Delays going into farms as much as possible. He's not in farms yet, and it's 10 minutes into the game. 11 minutes.
Yeah, and he's still able to play so compact here. Really not having any weaknesses in his base layout. There's nothing happening on the gold. Those Knights not able to come in. Although a Knight starts to lag behind. Muhodo picking up another one there. And now the charging back in.
Muhodo.
Looking to avenge the Knight, but KJJ just can't do anything here. And will have to retreat. Royal Institute, though, about 75% of the way there. We are going to have some veteran Knights. We're likely going to have some Royal Bloodline Knights. We'll see if any survive.
Oh.
Okay. Joan able to take out a spear, but now Veterancy has come in for the HRE spears. KJJ into castle, and there is no answer to these charging spears. Joan is going to be forced all the way back.
Alright, and Muhodo gonna start picking off those relics. I wouldn't mind seeing Muhodo take some stone now to get
no! Jumping in, Joan gets surrounded. She's dead. One of the Knights got trapped against the wood line. Joan went back maybe to try to get a Q off, but unfortunately, she got surrounded. Muhodo moving up with the spears perfectly to trap her, to kill her. Muhodo with a few scouts on the backside of Joan's base, just being annoying with some torches on the Royal Institute. Joan has been bought back, though, getting some EXP from the scout kills. Royal Bloodlines on the way. And what do you see with the relics, with the regnants? What are you thinking, Jones?
Only one thus far. I think he wants to pick up the north one. That's the one I'd go for. But he's going to the one in the south, and that's a lot closer to KJJ's base. I don't think Muhodo is even going to consider picking off the one in the west for the time being.
Yeah, scout in position from KJJ. Gonna be able to see if a prelate does make a move in that direction. But yeah, the second relic on the way back. Looking to grab that third. The prelate is gonna sneak by that group of knights. Oh, and I spoke too soon. One does break off and should be able to catch the prelate out here. Oh no, KJJ not focused. Okay, there it is. There it is.
Convert! There we go. Oh, he's gonna do it.
Oh!
No!
Whoa. Little close for comfort, but while that's happening, we do have a raid inside of Muhodo's base. Knights have come in. They are Royal Bloodlines, but they are going to get jammed up against the TC. Take quite a bit of damage. They are also going to be
there as well.
Yeah.
They're all going to die. That was not worth it at all.
No, 3 Knights for 1 villager. Taking a lot of damage there. Muhodo with a massive, massive army. Look at that. 30 spears, adding to the crossbow count. Also adding in some Knights of his own. Start to do some counter raiding. Knock Joan off balance.
That was a fat L for KJJ. And even more as the other 2 Knights are falling. These Knights are worth keeping alive. They have a lot of health.
Yeah, 310 health versus 230.
Ooh. Is it really going to be 4-1 in the relic battle? Ooh, it is. As the guy's not going to get found. No one. The prelate got made, but well,
There's no way
Muhodo is gonna
KJJ
send
yeah,
them.
can stop it at this point. As we see just a wave of spears coming in to defend that. Those knights gonna be forced back home. Muhodo with incredible military numbers here. It will be 4-1.
And your win condition is now over, right? Like Muhodo could theoretically just attack, move, and win.
Yeah, he's got the units for it, and that may be exactly what he does. Knights coming into the wood line. Couple Vills going down. We're gonna see a panic Woolalo, maybe. Nope, maybe that monk was just actually depositing it into the monastery. I get a little excited when I see a monk run around on the battlefield with a relic. But he was just dropping it off.
Well, there's the Wololo now, and he's gonna actually convert units! Run!
Oh,
okay.
crossbow's able to snipe it. Joan is bought back.
Joni again. Oh, too much momentum for Muhodo. Muhodo needs to pull from villagers from gold, get them to wood to start farms. Those macro, like, it's good, but it's a bit all over the place, as one would say. But, yeah, KJJ just ran out of gold, I guess, and there's a knight raiding. He has
That's tough.
Kills. 17 kills in total on the workers. That is fugly.
Outpost, though, doing a decent job, though, to thin out Muhodo's numbers. Also to provide some experience to Joan, who is now taking a promotion to level 3. She is mixing it up with the spears. The spears have targeted her. It's another surround. She's dead. She recently bought back. I don't think she's going to be joining us for the next fight. But the unit numbers are there now in this engagement. But KJJ knows that Muhodo just has the stronger position for the rest of the game and is going to tap out. No Joan on the field. Game going to Muhodo, and very, very likely the series.
I think if you look at the villager count,
Oh,
it's gonna tell you a little bit of a story. There was a massive raid on the gold.
Yeah, so able to take a good fight militarily. Look at that right at the end. Muhodo's units just dropping off, but losing so many vills in the process. Yeah.
Interestingly, KJJ had the better KD, so if KD was the metric, then
if that was a metric, yeah. I mean, you're using premium units, taking out some spears every now and then.
Yeah.
I think that
Premium
that adds up
against the dollar slice units.
Yeah. Well, we were going to jump into the SAS and Myriad series, and hopefully that is kicked off at this point. So Muhodo will be taking it 2-0 over KJJ.